Alright, so this is gonna be a animation stream in JavaScript. So what we're basically gonna try to do is I think so we're gonna have like a very small neural net, and I think like we're going to interpret it as an autoencoder. So we're gonna have like maybe some images of squares, and we're just gonna train the neural net to autoencode the squares. And then so the neural net, right, if you think about it, a neural net is just a big collection of weights and activations. And so we're gonna try to well, I guess more like for each unit, I think what will happen, what's gonna happen in the animation, yeah. Should probably plan that out, because otherwise it'll be hard to write. So I think in the animation, yeah, okay, so I think the first thing that's gonna happen is we're gonna so we're gonna have so first of all, we're gonna randomly initialize everything, right? Yeah. Okay, randomly initialize weights. That's kind of like the first thing that has to happen. And then we're gonna use batches of, I guess like 16. It has to be some square number. So let's say 25. Okay, so batch of 25, run it through the neural net. Now, right, and then every unit in the neural net we can display visually as a 5x5 square, where each of the cells in the square is the activation of that unit on the input. We might even be able to like make it interactive, like with the we might have like a user, but that's fine anyway. So that's the, I think, okay, so that's randomly initialized weights, and then you have the display activations. Well, this is like update activations. So like update activations for current batch, great. And then you want to update the weights, of course. Update weights for current batch. Yeah, so like here it'd be like draw activations and weights. So that's like a draw call. And I'm kind of like updating the weights. Well, I think maybe for a single batch you wanna do multiple. Yeah, that might make more sense. So it'll be like we select a batch, So we randomly initialize weights, select a batch of EG 5x5, which equals 25. And then we're gonna, for that batch, we're gonna update the activations, you know, by like calling the neural net on the batch. And then once we have updated activations, we will draw them, the activations and the weights, to the screen. And then maybe for like a couple steps, we would do a thing. So like you keep the same batch, and then you just want to show a couple steps of gradient descent. So let's see, so yeah, update weights for current batch. And then once you've updated the weights, you know, yeah, so this is the whole loop. Yeah, so this would just be the loop. Update weights, and then like, you know, loop, plop, loop so many times, update the activations, draw the activations and the weights, and then you update the weights, and then like you update the activations because you have new weights, and then you draw the activations and the weights. And then I guess at some point you like select a different batch. So yeah, that's the whole loop x times. Okay. And then also, yeah. Okay, so let's first make the data set. Which I don't think there's an easy way to do it. Like, I'm just going to do it in JavaScript, which is going to be terrible. Create data set of square. You know what? Let's make them rectangles. Of rectangle images. Right? It's like that's our data set. And, yeah, so okay, so let's have like image size. Oops. 20? You don't want it to be too big because you want the animation to actually work. Let's say 16 by 16 pixels. And then, I mean, so, I mean, we can make the images dynamically. I mean, like, we don't have to store them. So I'll just say batch size is 25. And, so I think just static images is going to be an array of size batch size. And so for let I is less than batch size I plus equals 1. We're gonna say, so we have to create the image. So let image equal, it's gonna be like a 2x2 array. Yeah, it's like a 2x2 array, so array, image size, fill with zeros, actually fill with array, image size. Actually, no, you do have to fill it with zeros, and then you have to map it, I think, for whatever reason. Map array, image size, fill with zeros. Okay, so this is like a 2x2 or a two-dimensional image. Hopefully it's 16 by 16. That might be too big, but then anyway, then we have to draw the rectangle. So like a rectangle has a, you know, starting location and then an x and a y, or a length and a width. So and then you have to fill all of that in. It would almost be easier just to use a canvas, because then I don't have to manually fill in a rectangle. And then I think you can just get canvas image data somehow. Yeah. Let's just do that. This is ridiculous. Okay, image is going to be like document.create element and canvas, and then say image dot, I think you just say width, set it to image size, and image dot height, set it to image size, great. And then, yeah, you have to get like the drawing context. So like g image dot get context 2D. Okay, and then I believe you can just fill a rectangle. But the thing is like I mean, like, your pixels are gonna be like RGB. And it might be easier to keep them 1 and 0. Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna stick to the original. Okay. So, luckily I didn't delete that. Okay, so, okay, so we need like a starting location. Yeah, x equals, how do you do random? Random? Is it like math? Oh, yeah. Random. Oh. You can't do a random integer. Okay, so random, and then you have to do math floor, and you need to multiply by image size. So that's a random starting location. I think we want to say like maybe the rectangles should be like at least size 5. So we want to start them with enough room. Okay, and then we're just gonna have a double loop thingy to draw the rectangle. So row. Okay, and it needs to go. Oh yeah. Okay, we need to select the width and the height of the rectangle. And so that's going to be maximum of 5. Also a maximum of 5. And then we're just going to say r is x, and it's less than x plus the width, and r plus equals 1, and then the column starts at y, and we're going to say less than y plus the height, and then the column, and we say image rc equals 1. Wow, that's a pain in the butt. Okay, so so that should like make some rectangles. Let's just see what that does, like if it works. Or so like console log. Okay, console log, and array is not a function. Okay, great. It is now. What? Something terrible just happened. Breakpoint. App.js. Status breakpoint. Don't know what that means. Status breakpoint. What does that mean? Oh my god. I mean, come on. What does that even mean? So, okay, what if we just comment all of that out and run? Okay, good. It's making progress. So, what if we don't do this? Good. All right, there's my array of images, and image size. Just call that image dimension, but that's fine. image RC equals 1. I mean, it's obviously something within this for loop that is giving us problems. I feel like it might just be too big. I just noticed that is a bug. Also, we're never adding this image to the images, so batch size. Alright, let's just make these smaller. Image size, batch size, whatever. 4. Oh, it died. Hello world, cannot set property -1. At 33. Okay, image size, keep it at 16. Can't use property 14. Batch size. Image size is 16. Cannot set property 14 of undefined at 33. That means like it's out of bounds with 14. But sheesh. Okay, these are all 16 by 16. Okay, now it's not giving any errors. Alright. The heck? Alright, I can actually see an image now. Cool. Did that work? Oh, there's a little rectangle. Cool. And there's a rectangle. And there's a rectangle. And yeah, so something isn't working again, obviously. X image size -5. We want them, I guess, to be at least 2. So we want to say the max between 2 and this number. Two and this number. Two. Okay, they're all like very low. What's the order of operations? I think this is order of operations situation. There we go. Okay, that's a rectangle. And that's a rectangle. And that's a rectangle. And that's a rectangle. Okay, we're gonna bump this up to 6, and say like 7 even. Okay, so we should be getting lots of beautiful rectangles. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Great. Wow, that only took 20 minutes to get rectangles. Cool. Okay, so images dot append push the image. Okay, that's images. And I've completely forgotten everything else I was doing. Okay, so then we need to create a neural net, which is an autoencoder. And then like begin an animation. So we will create the neural net. I don't know if you use like const for this. I don't understand const. So I'll just use a variable. And I'm gonna copy paste from over here so I don't have to remember the API specifically. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then it's something like it has to take place within an asynchronous function. I think that's okay? Or no? I think that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so this is our function, or actually it's our neural net, which is a function, if you think about it. And, okay, so the input shape, yeah, like we're gonna have to reshape our images, and that's fine. Actually, can I use a reshaping layer? Oh yeah, because kind of in particular, you want to then say that images is a tensor or an array. You want to say it's something. I think you just say it's an array. Or maybe like an array 2D. Although it's really more 3D. Anyway. Okay, so we're taking in these images that are 16 by 16, and then we're just using dense layers, so we need to reshape. So like the first layer, and also the output layer, will have to be a reshape. So the question is, well, one question is, why is this not giving me a pop down? Alright. And the input shape is input size by, whoops, or what is it, image size? Image size by image size. It's really the image dimension. I called it incorrectly. And we're gonna reshape it to, yeah, just a flat. I wonder if it has a flatten layer. Okay, so that reshapes it. And then we will, oh, actually that needs to say units. Or, okay, I need to look at the API. tfjs API. I mean, okay. TensorFlow.js API. Does it have a reshape layer? It does. Oh, target shape. See? That's what you had to say. Can you also, yeah, okay. So the target shape is this. Whoops. Okay, that's the target shape. And then we have a dense layer. And I wonder, does TF have like gradient tape? Probably not. Well, you can compute the grads. Oh, weird. Yeah, I don't want to play with that. Okay. Okay, so let's just see what happens. Like, does this run? I can already tell you that it probably will not. Let's see what that does. TF array is not a function. Isn't it though? Oh, tensor. Okay. So, I think, because, like, I have a batch of images, so is that a three-dimensional tensor, I guess? Or is it a two-dimensional tensor? Or I can just call tensor, and I don't have to think about it. Alright. Expected reshape input to have 3 dimensions, but got an array with shape 8 by 1. Shape to be provided when values are a flat array. Well, it's not a flat array though. Yeah, I don't know how to get these into a tensor. Nested array of numbers. I think it's like a 3D array though. Or, yeah, so the shape is batch size by image size by image size, right? Based on the provided shape, the tensor should have 1024 values, but has 8. Has 8 values. How does it have 8 values? That doesn't even make sense. Okay. And, okay, so it's 4 by 16 by 16. We'll just assume that parse them in the correct order, because, you know. Alright, so, log predict images. Oh, so does that work? Huh. Is that like the output? So 4 by 3. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be 4 by 3. Okay, so I think the neural net works now. Right, so we have a data set and a working neural net, and it only took 40 minutes, so that's pretty good. So I think the next thing I need to do is, so I'm going to need to create a bunch of canvases and add them to the document. Yeah, and we need canvases for the weights and the activations. Which, by the way, I was gonna organize my, right, like I was gonna have a thing here, and, weights, and, oh, yeah, and, weights activations. Oh yeah. It doesn't need to be like in all caps. Okay. And yeah, and then I need like a grid layout. Which I think is like like a flex box thingy. Can I put a style tag on the body? I have no idea. Let's find out. Style. And is it like a curly thing or no? Okay, so just as a test, whoops, background color, you know, make it blue. So now everything should be blue. Oh my god, whoa, 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 what is that? Right. Okay, so that worked. And then, need the yeah, how do you use a flexbox or whatever it's called? I think it's called flexbox. Yeah. Yeah. I just need literally the terminology. No, but like the thing. Display flex. Yeah. And, so it should just work. Maybe. Okay, I don't like blue, but what about Burleywood? And, okay, so can I just say display flex? Is this cool? Okay, that's pretty cool, yeah. Nice, nice. That's fine. Okay, so then, alright, so we're gonna, I think we're gonna end the video by, I'm gonna create a canvas for each unit, and then like display as a square the like activation of the neural net on yeah, okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, okay, so create canvas is canvi. I feel like that should be canvi. So basically, I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna do this by hand. For let I equal 0, right, we have 8 plus 3, which is 11 units. And let canvas, you probably need to store these, but I'm not going to for right now because I'm gonna kill the video because it's you don't want to stream for more than 40 minutes, you know. Yeah, create a canvas, create element canvas, and then let g equal canvas get context 2D. That's enough for me. And then you know what? I do need to get the intermediate layers, which, like, I just realized. Can I say, like, this is layer 1? This would be very cool if I can do this. I kind of don't think I can, but L1? Is that cool? And then L2. Now, and then, like, to get all the outputs, I can, like, to get all the activations, I can say, I mean, this seems inefficient because, like, I'm calling it multiple times, but, I don't really know how else to do it. There's probably a better way of doing this. So, does that work? Cannot read property predictive undefined. so like that doesn't return anything, or... Okay, so I think I can say, yeah, I mean, you need multiple models. So I think I can just say, like, you add it, and then you're like, L1 is model? No? Oh my god. How do you create a model? Yeah, model. That. Yeah, okay. So you just say, like, model, and you do inputs, outputs. The inputs are neural net dot inputs, and the outputs are neural net dot outputs, and then L2 is like the same thing, hopefully. Alright, does that work? Does that work? 4x8, 4x3, 4x3. Oh yeah, like layer 2 is... Yeah, I don't need layer 2. Okay, because there's only one layer. Okay, great. Alright, so... Okay, so we'll just look at the first layer, and then... I guess like you're gonna have to organize the canvases by layer, or something. And, yeah, so this is just for the first layer. So L1 outputs is L1 dot predict images dot what is it, async array, I think, or two, oh my god, that's async to array, like what's the word, to array, oh my god, array, oh, array sync, yeah, okay, or, and then we just want to visualize them. So, so L1 shape is 4x8. And it's 4x8. Oh, okay, so there's 4, yeah. So I was expecting this to be like 25. Yeah, okay. And, yeah, okay, so then we're just gonna go through and draw. Oh yeah, okay, so the canvas width, I guess we'll have like 2 pixels. I don't know. Const pixels. Let me try 2 pixels times the like the square root of the batch, which in this case is 5. Like we're arranging the batch as a grid. Okay, so yeah, so we just have to loop through. And draw every pixel. Where's less than C equals 0, C is less than 5, and then you're like G fill rectangle at R times pixels column times pixels of height and width pixels, and then you need to set the fill color. Do I do that anywhere? Yeah. Wow, that's annoying. Out equals L1 outputs and column times row times 5 RGB is, yeah, but this is there's just one number, I think. And okay, so that should definitely do something. Cannot access seed before initialization. Yeah, that's a good point. Color. 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 Yeah, that didn't do anything. Do I have canvases though? Oh, I didn't add them. Yeah, you kind of need to add them. Yep. So, and in particular, I want to add them to the activations. So, I need to say ax div document get element by ID. I already forgot what I called it. ID ax. And then yeah, ax div add child or a pin, yeah, pin child. The canvas. Great. Oh my god, there they are. They're so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more pixels. Yeah. Wait, it's supposed to be adding to the activations. Yeah. I don't know why it's not adding to the activations. The kind of the other problem is they look identical, which I don't feel that they should be identical. So yeah, console log out. What does out look like? Well, no, they're not identical. So that's cool. And like there's 25 of them. Okie dokie. And plus 1 divided by 2. Out. Size 8. No, I'm doing something wrong with the dimensions. 25. 8. I want outputs. By 8. Yeah, they're 25 by 8, and basically I need them as 8 by 25. That's I. Yeah, because I never use I. L1 outputs. It's 25 by 8. So console log L1 outputs. It's 25 by 8. Okay, so you need to go right, and that's fine. And then you can just say yeah. So I mean, you basically need to do L1 out put, and then the first is the pixel. And then it's I. And then that's like C times 5 plus R. Okay. Alright, there you go. And can we set up a space or something? Like, yeah, why is yeah, why is it adding it? Oh, because wow. That's really cool. Okay. Activations, there you go. And yeah, if I could figure out how to add a space between those things, that would also be cool. How do you add a space? Or could you say like a border? Can I just say like or like margin or something. Can I just say margin? Or like style dot margin equals 2. Is that cool? That is not cool. Do I need to say like 2 pixels? Oh, cool. All right, and okay, do I want to do an animation thing real fast? No, I'm gonna kill it there. So like this is our progress, right? Those are the activations. Of the 8 hidden units on each of, so each pixel represents 1 input image. So it's the activation of that pixel, or that, that unit on that input image. Okay,